She signed a contract to be his wife for 365 days. The money would save her dying mother. The rules were simple: smile in public, sleep in separate rooms, and never ever fall in love. On day 1, she thought she could survive anything for $2 million. On day 30, she realized her husband didn't see her as a person, just a pawn in his twisted game. On day 90, she discovered the truth that shattered everything. But by day 364,
Emma, please forgive
he was
me.
the one begging her to stay. This is the story of Emma Clarke, the contract wife who became the only woman a ruthless billionaire couldn't live without. The smell of disinfectant always reminded Emma of failure, not because of what it cleaned, but because of what it couldn't. The rot of unpaid bills, the decay of false hope, the stench of watching someone you love slowly disappear. She sat in the plastic chair outside her mother's hospital room, her hands trembling as she held the consultation papers. Stage 4, aggressive, 6 months, maybe less, without treatment. The doctor's voice was clinical, detached.
There's an experimental program in Switzerland. It's shown promising results, but
How much? Emma interrupted. The pause that followed said everything. $500,000, not covered by insurance. $500,000. Emma had $300 in her checking account. Her credit cards were maxed. Her art career, the one thing she'd been good at, died 2 years ago when her ex-boyfriend stole her portfolio and claimed it as his own. Now she worked 3 jobs just to cover rent and her mother's current medical bills. She walked to the parking lot in a daze, the California sun beating down on her like judgment. Her mother was 54 years old. She'd raised Emma alone after her father left, worked double shifts as a nurse to put Emma through art school, never complained, never asked for anything. And now, Emma couldn't even save her. She sat in her 15-year-old Honda Civic and screamed. No tears came. She'd cried those out months ago. Just rage. Pure, impotent rage at a universe that punished good people and rewarded monsters. Her phone buzzed. Rent reminder, due in 3 days. Emma closed her eyes and laughed, a broken, hollow sound. The universe wasn't done with her yet. The Pembroke Gallery charity auction was everything Emma hated about the art world. Wealthy people pretending to care about culture while flaunting their net worth. She was only there because her friend Sarah worked the catering company and got her a waitressing gig. $200 for 4 hours. She needed every cent. Emma moved through the crowd with a tray of champagne, invisible in her black uniform. That's what she had become, a shadow in her own life. Absolutely tedious, the artist has no vision whatsoever. Emma's attention snapped to the voice. A woman in a white Chanel dress stood before one of the paintings, her painting, the one she'd been forced to sell last month to pay her mother's medication costs. It had been displayed under another artist's name, as per the humiliating agreement she'd signed. Her vision, her pain, her soul on that canvas, and this woman called it tedious? Emma's hands tightened on the tray. She should walk away. She needed this job, but her feet carried her forward, drawn by that painting like a moth to flame. She didn't see the man until it was too late. The entire tray of champagne went airborne. Red wine, because of course someone had red wine, cascaded down the front of an impeccably tailored Armani suit. $3,000 worth of Italian wool, ruined in an instant. Time stopped. Emma looked up at the man she'd just drenched. Tall, broad shoulders, jet black hair styled perfectly. A face that could have been carved from marble. Sharp jawline, high cheekbones, and eyes so cold they could freeze hell itself. Alexander Stone. Even Emma, who avoided society pages like a plague, knew that face. Tech billionaire, self-made, 32 years old and worth $8 billion. Known for hostile takeovers and zero tolerance for incompetence. Do you have any idea what you've just done? His voice could cut glass. Emma's mouth went dry. I'm so sorry. I didn't see. Obviously, he plucked the soaked fabric away from his chest, disgust written on his features. Where's your manager? Sir, please, I'll pay for the dry cleaning. With what? His eyes raked over her, dismissive. You're clearly living paycheck to paycheck. Don't insult me with empty offers. Something in Emma snapped. Maybe it was the exhaustion. Maybe it was the hospital bills and the impossible diagnosis and the stolen art and this man looking at her like she was dirt on his shoe. You're right, Emma said softly. I can't afford your dry cleaning. I can barely afford to keep my mother alive. So forgive me if I don't grovel properly, Mr. Stone. I'm a bit out of practice at kissing the rings of men who wouldn't notice if I dropped dead in front of them. The crowd around them had gone silent. Alexander's expression didn't change, but something flickered in those ice-blue eyes. Surprise? Curiosity? Emma didn't wait to find out. She set down the tray, took off her apron, and walked out of the gallery with her head high. She was fired via text before she reached her car. $300, gone. Rent, impossible. Her mother, dying. Emma sat in her car and finally let the tears come. She didn't see the man in the dark suit watching her from the gallery window. Didn't see him pull out his phone and make a call. Didn't know that in 24 hours, her entire life would change. Emma's apartment was a study in survival. Rent-controlled studio in a questionable neighborhood. Furniture from thrift stores. Prints of famous paintings she couldn't afford to own. A single room where she slept, ate, and painted when she had energy left for dreaming. She hadn't slept. Spent the night applying for jobs, knowing her chances were shot after getting fired from a high-profile event. The art world was small. Word traveled fast. When the knock came at 7 a.m., Emma assumed it was her landlord, early, angry, ready to evict her. Instead, she opened the door to find a man in an impeccable gray suit, Asian, maybe 35.
My name
kind eyes
is Marcus
behind
Lee.
designer frames. Emma Clarke?
I'm here on behalf
Extended
of
a business
Alexander
card.
Stone.
My name is Marcus Lee, and I'm here on behalf of Alexander Stone. Emma's blood went cold. If he's suing me, he's not. Marcus's expression was unreadable. May I come in? I have a proposition that might interest you. Every instinct screamed danger, but Emma was drowning, and drowning people don't turn down life preservers, even ones that might pull them under. She let him in. Marcus sat on her threadbare couch like it was a throne, briefcase on his lap. He didn't comment on the peeling paint or the broken AC unit, just looked at her with something that almost resembled pity. Mr. Stone has a problem. He needs a wife. Emma blinked. Excuse me? Not a real wife, a contractual arrangement. 1 year, you would live in his penthouse, attend public events as your spouse, and maintain the appearance of a happy marriage. Why? Marcus hesitated. His reasons are his own. What matters is the compensation. He opened the briefcase. Emma's breath stopped. Stacks of bills, hundreds, more money than she'd ever seen in her life. $2 million, $1 million up front, deposited within 24 hours of signing, the second million upon successful completion of the year, all living expenses covered, full medical insurance, he paused, meaningful, for you and your mother, including experimental treatments.
How did you know about
The room
my mother?
spun. How do you know about my mother? Mr. Stone is thorough. This is insane, illegal. Surely this is some kind of trafficking scheme or... It's legitimate, Marcus said, as if reading her mind. He pulled out a contract, thick as a novel. Ironclad NDA, separate bedrooms, no physical
This is the
intimacy unless
contract.
mutually agreed. You maintain full autonomy. After 1 year, you walk away with $2 million, no strings attached. Why me? Marcus's expression softened. You're not in his social circle. You have no connections to his business. And yesterday you proved you're not easily intimidated. A slight smile. Mr. Stone values Authenticity. "This is crazy," Emma said. "Yes, I don't know him. Most marriages start that way, don't they? I need time to think." "You have 24 hours. Marcus stood, leaving the briefcase on the coffee table. "The money is real. The contract is legal. Your mother's treatment would begin immediately." He headed for the door, then paused. "For what it's worth, Miss Clarke, I think you'd be good for him. He needs someone who's not afraid to call him out on his bullshit." The door closed. Emma stared at the money for 3 hours straight. Emma's mother looked smaller every time she visited. Cancer had stolen 30 pounds, left her skin translucent, her eyes too large in her gaunt face. But when she smiled at Emma, she was still the woman who kissed scraped knees.
Impossible dreams. "You look tired, baby." Emma forced a smile. "I'm fine, Mom." Liar. Her mother patted the bed. "Sit, talk to me." Emma sat, and the words tumbled out before she could stop them. The offer, the money, the impossible choice. Her mother listened in silence. $2 million? Yes. For 1 year? Yes. And he won't hurt you. Emma swallowed. "The contract says, I don't care what the contract says. Will he hurt you?" Would he? Alexander Stone had looked at her like she was nothing, spoken to her like she was beneath him. But Marcus had called him thorough, not cruel. There was a difference, wasn't there? "I don't think so, physically at least." Her mother closed her eyes. When she opened them, tears tracked down her cheeks. "Don't do this for me." "Mom, listen to me." Her grip was surprisingly strong. "I've lived my life, a good life. I raised you, loved you. That's enough." "It's not enough for me." Emma's voice broke. "You're 54 years old. You should have another 30 years, 40. You should meet your grandchildren, dance at my wedding." She laughed bitterly. "A real wedding, not whatever this is." "I'd rather die than watch you sell yourself." "I'm not selling myself. I'm buying time. For you, for us. 1 year, and then I'm free, and you'll be alive." "Emma." "I already decided." Emma hadn't realized it until she said it out loud. "I'm signing the contract. The money goes into a trust for your treatment. Whatever's left after, it's yours. You can travel, live somewhere warm, finally quit that nursing job that destroyed your back." Her mother was crying openly now. "You're so stubborn, just like your father." "I'm like you," Emma corrected gently. "You taught me that love means sacrifice. I taught you that you deserve to be loved, not used." Emma kissed her mother's forehead and walked out of the hospital with her decision made. She didn't let herself think about what she was giving up. Dignity, freedom, the chance at real love. 1 year. She could survive anything for 1 year. She called Marcus from the parking lot. Her voice didn't shake when she said, "I'll do it." Emma had imagined her wedding day since she was 6 years old. White dress, flowers, music, a man who looked at her like she hung the stars. Instead, she got a Tuesday morning at City Hall, a nude pantsuit Marcus had sent over, and a groom who checked his phone throughout the entire ceremony. Alexander Stone looked devastating in a charcoal suit, his hair perfectly styled, his expression perfectly blank. When the officer asked if he took Emma to be his lawfully wedded wife, he said, "I do," with all the emotion of reading a stock report. Emma's hands were ice cold when he slipped the ring on her finger. Platinum band, simple, expensive, meaningless. "You may kiss the bride." Alexander leaned in. For one absurd moment, Emma's heart raced. He brushed his lips against her cheek. Professional, distant. "Smile," he murmured. "Marcus is taking photos for the announcement." And just like that, Emma Clarke became Emma Stone, a wife, a billionaire's arm candy, a transaction in designer clothing. The reception was Marcus taking them to a high-end restaurant where Alexander conducted a business call the entire time. Emma sat across from her new husband and ate a meal that cost more than her monthly rent, tasting nothing. "The penthouse has been prepared. Marcus will give you the code. Your things have been moved." Emma blinked. "My things?"
We need to maintain appearances. You'll live there for the duration of the contract. He finally looked at her, those cold blue eyes. The master suite is mine. You'll have the guest wing. In suite bathroom, walk-in closet. I've hired a stylist. You'll need a new wardrobe for public appearances. I have clothes, not the right clothes. He stood, straightening his tie. I have a meeting. Marcus will take you home. Our home, he corrected, though the words sounded foreign in his mouth. Try not to break anything. He walked out. Emma sat in the expensive restaurant in her expensive outfit with her expensive ring and felt like the poorest person in the world. Alexander's penthouse occupied the entire top floor of the Millennium Tower, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the San Francisco Bay, modern art on the walls, real pieces, not prints, furniture that belonged in magazines, a kitchen bigger than Emma's entire apartment. It was beautiful. It was sterile. It felt like a museum, not a home. Marcus showed her to the guest wing. Her room was a suite larger than most apartments. King bed with silk sheets, marble bathroom with a soaking tub, a walk-in closet already filled with designer clothes in exactly her size. The stylist will come tomorrow to make adjustments. If you need anything. Why is he doing this? Emma interrupted. The real reason. Marcus hesitated. That's his story to tell. You know he won't. Marcus looked at her for a long moment, then sighed. His ex-girlfriend is getting married to his brother. The wedding is in 6 months. Alexander wants her to see that he's moved on, that he's happy. The pieces clicked into place. Emma wasn't a wife. She was a weapon. What's her name? Vanessa Hartford. Does she know about the contract? No one knows except you, me, and Alexander. As far as the world is concerned, you're a whirlwind romance, love at first sight. Marcus's expression was apologetic. I know it's not what you signed up for. I signed up to be used, Emma said quietly. At least now I know what I'm being used for. Marcus left her alone in her gilded cage. Emma couldn't sleep. The bed was too soft, the room too quiet. She wandered the penthouse like a ghost, trailing her fingers over expensive surfaces, feeling like an intruder in her own home. Technically her home. Mrs. Stone. The name tasted like ash. She found Alexander's study by accident, door slightly ajar, light spilling into the dark hallway. She should have walked past, should have respected his privacy. But then she heard his voice. She's perfect, Vanessa. Absolutely perfect. Emma froze. No, you haven't met her yet. I'm keeping her under wraps until the charity gala next week. Building anticipation. A low laugh. She's exactly what I needed. Plain enough that you won't feel threatened. Desperate enough to do anything I want. The floor dropped out from under Emma's feet. You should have seen her at the gallery. Spilled wine all over me and then had the audacity to talk back. I knew right then she'd be perfect for this. No connections, no social graces, no idea how to navigate our world. She'll make you look like a goddess by comparison. A pause. Of course she doesn't know. The contract is airtight. 1 year of playing the devoted husband, and you'll see exactly what you gave up. Then when I divorce her, you'll come crawling back. They always do. Emma flew her hand to her mouth, stifling the sound that wanted to escape. She knew this wasn't real. She knew she was being used, but hearing him say it, hearing the contempt in his voice, the calculation, plain, desperate, pathetic. Was that really how he saw her? I have to go. My wife might wake up. The word dripped with mockery. Dream of me, Vanessa. In 6 months, you'll be doing more than dreaming. The call ended. Emma stood frozen in the hallway, her heart a war drum in her chest. She should leave, should march back to her room and pretend she'd never heard. But rage, hot and righteous, flooded her veins. She pushed the door open. Alexander looked up from his desk, surprise flickering across his face before his mask slammed back into place. Eavesdropping. His tone was mild, but his eyes were sharp. That's not very polite, wife. Neither is calling me plain and desperate to your ex-girlfriend. Emma's voice shook, but she held his gaze. Neither is marrying someone as a pawn in your sick little revenge scheme. You knew this was arranged. I knew it was fake. I didn't know you were actively using me to win back another woman. There's a difference. Is there? He leaned back in his chair, studying her. You wanted money. I wanted a wife. We're both getting exactly what we signed up for. I signed up to play a role, not to be humiliated. Then you misunderstood the assignment. He was close now, towering over her. You're not a person to these people, Emma. You're an accessory, a pretty thing on my arm to make me look settled and successful. That's all you'll ever be in this world. His words were designed to wound, and they did, but they also crystallized something in Emma's mind. You're wrong. Am I? You think I'm desperate, plain, beneath you. She stepped closer, holding his gaze. But I'm the one person in your life who's not afraid of you. I'm the one person who sees exactly who you are and isn't impressed, and that terrifies you. For one heartbeat, something flickered in his eyes. Surprise? Respect? Then his expression hardened. Careful. The contract doesn't protect you from being sent away early. Zero compensation. You won't send me away. Emma smiled with a sharp edge, because then Vanessa would know you failed, that you couldn't even keep a wife you paid for. That's worse than never trying, isn't it? They stood inches apart, two people bound by a contract and separated by an ocean of resentment. Go to bed, Emma. His voice was soft, dangerous. Tomorrow we have our first public appearance. Try not to embarrass me. Emma turned without a word. She didn't let herself cry until she was back in her room, door locked, sliding down to the floor as silent sobs racked her body. She'd sold herself for her mother's life, and now she knew exactly what the price truly was. Emma had 364 days left on her contract, 364 days of playing the perfect wife to a man who saw her as a tool.
364 days of pretending her heart wasn't breaking every time he looked through her instead of at her. She thought she could survive anything for $2 million, but she hadn't counted on the gala next week, where Vanessa Hartford would see her for the first time and declare war. She hadn't counted on Marcus Lee looking at her with pity and something else she couldn't name. And she definitely hadn't counted on the moment 3 weeks from now when Alexander would look at her across a crowded room and finally see her. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't planned. Sometimes it's accidentally falling for the one person you're supposed to hate. And sometimes the greatest tragedy isn't being used. It's realizing you're using them right back. The contract wife's revenge was just beginning. 364 days to go, and Emma just discovered the truth about why Alexander really married her. But here's what you don't know yet. Vanessa is about to make her move at the gala next week. Marcus has a secret he's been hiding. And Alexander? He's about to realize that the plain, desperate woman he underestimated is the only one who's ever truly seen him. Don't miss part 2. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because when this drops, you'll want to be first in line. Like if you're already hooked. Comment, Team Alexander or Team Marcus. Share with your romance-loving friends. See you in the next episode, where everything changes.